Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, June 23rd, 2025 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I nurture whatever tender feels arise for me. And beyond the tender feels, you can also nurture any anger, frustration, sadness, happiness, all of them. All of them deserve your time and your presence. So, rather intense weekend, yes. The intensity continues through these astro transits. That's ongoing. But there's also some good astro this week. And I really want us to take and utilize and highlight the good astro this week. We are building to a new moon in Cancer that's going to be early in the morning on Wednesday. But on the way to the new moon, we also have the Sun and Jupiter hyping each other up. And that can be some big, gorgeous, tender, beautiful energy to sow some seeds of love in. And so I just want you to be aware of that. Despite the intensity in the background, that is something beautiful that we can all take and consciously utilize. And that is why I do this. I do this so that you can be conscious of the challenging transits so that you can work with them and so you can take and highlight and you really utilize the good transits as well. So there is some goodness coming in, and that Sun Jupiter conjunction is happening early Tuesday morning, just FYI. So we're in the, it's funny because the word that's coming up to me is afterglow. The new moon's going to be in the afterglow of it. So I guess we're in the pre-glow of this Sun Jupiter conjunction today. So you can be sowing those seeds of love. You can be planting kindness and goodness and peace in yourself and in your life, and that will butterfly on out into the world, which could use it, right? So today we have ourselves in the dark of the moon in Gemini, which is interesting. For Cancer season, we're going to be using as a second deck the Deep Place Oracle to help us move into some feels. And the card that I pulled was the Haunted Place. And beyond, I'll let you take a look at that. I bought these cards for the art because I saw the art online and I was like, oh, stunning, neat. That's why I love cards so much, is the art, which you would think I would make some myself with this art love, but it's not happened. Anyway, the Haunted Place. I feel like one of the most haunted places in the world is our own minds. We can hold on to and regurgitate and rethink and reprocess, hold on to happenings, all of that. We are haunted. And you may find some old haunts coming up as we are in the dark of the moon in Gemini within your mind. Cancer season is like that. Cancer really can be a little, hold on to things, right? And the clinging to the past card is coming up. And so this is something to be aware of today, tomorrow, as we build to that new moon. What is coming up and still haunting you? What are you still holding on to? Now, I pulled a second card with it, and the other card is Vastness. And the Vastness card asks us to hold space for the possibilities of the universe, because so much more is possible than we even have any conception of. And so sometimes we have to let go of the haunting, clear the air with the Vastness. Here, I'll show you the Vastness card so you have an idea, right? Like that clears that air, right? And so be aware of that as we move through these energies today. Now, where I think this is really going to highlight is in our ongoing yads. Yads Asaurus, yads aplenty. It is yachty in here. We actually technically have 3 yads going now. Lilith in Sagittarius is taking part in one of the yads. and pointing right at that Sun, Jupiter, almost conjunction in Cancer. And Lilith is reminding us, like, Lilith might be part of the haunting, actually, even. Lilith is reminding us we have to get beyond what other people think of us and, like, live true according to our soul. That Sun and Jupiter energy can be really nurturing, but we have to, like, even find ways to work with the vibrational energy. That's that Pluto piece. So do we want to dig into this? Yeah, because the Jupiter-Pluto energy is also part of this. Yeah, there's so many yods going on. It's the yods from last week plus this. It's crazy, which the universe is like, look here, look here, look here for answers. So this Jupiter-Pluto in conjunction with the Sun-Pluto in conjunction coming up early on Tuesday. So it's like wham, bam, 1, 2. It's the feelings versus the vibration. It's the emotions versus the logic here, that they're not sure how to work together. And Jupiter and the Sun over here, they're making it really big. But Pluto is so, the word I'm getting is magnetic, which is an interesting word. I always tell, all my clients, anybody who's gone through a Pluto transit consciously knows that Pluto is a planet and knows that Pluto can pack a punch. So it's holding its own over here in an inconjunct with the Sun and Jupiter. And it's finding ways to let us be who we need to be. There's that Lilith. Be who we need to be, do what we need to do, feel what we need to feel. Go through the gamut of the experience. And I think that some talk can make people afraid to feel, can make people afraid to have their authentic experience because, oh, that's low vibe, blah, blah, blah. You hear all those things. And I said it the other day, and I'm going to remind you guys today, or for anybody who didn't hear it, I saw a study that they did where they tested, like, different energies, and, like, love came out on top, like, vibrationally. Like, it was, like, overflowing with good vibrations when it was love. But the thing that equaled love in the vibrational energy was being authentic. And if you are holding back your authentic feels, that lowers everything in you. And so this is why we need to be present, available, receptive to what is moving through, and allowing ourselves to experience it, allowing ourselves to be tender with these energies. And this is where I think we have this inconjunct of the Jupiter-Pluto. So I can't guarantee that you're going to feel like hunky-dory, happy all day, especially, the world's a little crazy right now. It's not necessarily easy to feel happy when you look out at the happenings, right? I at least do not feel happy about it. It feels intense to me. It feels intense in my body. And there's definitely a lot of fear energies, fear waves happening in the world, and I do feel affected by those. And so this is why we need to show up. Okay, if you're afraid, show up for that. Hold space for that. So that's that Jupiter-Pluto inconjunct. And again, Lilith in this is you're going to have to do this your own way. But Lilith is in Sagittarius, which reminds us to take a higher look. Oh my God. This song has been popping up quite a bit in my head the last few days. And I loved this song as a child. I think somebody danced to it at a dance recital, and it always was like, I love this song. It's From a Distance. By, I think, Bette Midler, I think. And that feels like the Lilith in this. It's this soul call, and the soul is like, hey, you're okay. We're okay in this crazy unfolding. Anyway, so Yods aplenty, Jupiter, Pluto in conjunct, not till this evening, but also building to that Sun, Pluto. And again, when we have Pluto, a lot of times feeling powerless, feeling puny, facing fears can be big parts of the work. And so Jupiter's like, show up. Don't avoid it. Don't pretend that you're fearless. You don't have to pretend that you're fearless. Look at it, pay attention to it, nurture those places in you. Be the parent that you need at this time to hold space in that energy. We also have the moon and Pluto actually connecting. That's going to be really early in the morning, and that might show up in your dreams. So you may have some dreams that are addressing these energies. We also have Moon and Mars connecting in Dreamland in a square, so you may have some of the aggro and the frustrations coming up as well. And then we also have Sun and Neptune happening in Dreamland. Really interesting dreamscapes that we may be having. We may be facing times where we have looked at this, experienced this in previous lifetimes or previous parts of this lifetime, multi-layers, and we're going through and we're healing. Like I said, the astro is pretty interesting. But please do not forget that Sun-Jupiter conjunction that is asking you to see where you can expand in love, see where you can bring that vastness of possibility, some goodness to those energies. Like I said, new moon in Cancer will be happening early on Wednesday, but this dark of the moon, it may feel heavy, and your mind may feel really heavy in its processing. Let's look at these cards that I have. I showed you the clinging to the past card. So we have some old stuff. We have the schizophrenia card, and this definitely feels like this Jupiter-Pluto in conjunction that we have going on, and even these yods trying to like, okay, I'm going to be over here in my feels, okay, I'm going to go find my vibes, and the universe is like, see where you can blend these things. Stop trying to be here or here. Find your center. Where are you at? What's in your present moment right now for you coming up? Be present with that. And if you're feeling haunted, go journal it. Talk about it with somebody. See how you can release the ghost. Oh, yeah. Release the ghosts. Understanding. Provide some understanding for yourself. We've got the isolation card. Again, this is where we go when we feel the ghosts, right? In our own minds, thinking, overthinking. Definitely some really strong mental energies in this. The other suggestion from the cards, from the universe, is celebration. You should be dancing. You get by with a little help from your friends. Hard times require furious dancing. Know that in your movement, you do not just alchemize the energies that are in you, but you also alchemize the energies that are around you. Your dance is powerful. Think of the Sufis, like spinning around the fire, clearing karmic energies. You can do that too. And the universe is like, it's on ya. You got this. We're ready or not. Here's 2025, still 2025ing. It has been a year, huh? So, I'm going to leave that there. But please remember the goodness despite the chaos that's happening out there. Besides that, you can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better gets, the better gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And may your guiding light be strong. Know that you can trust your process. And because I almost said it, remember who you are. Namaste.